This is something a little different that I'm going to be reacting to, and this is the Will Smith apology to Chris Rock. Now, what's funny is I normally don't do videos about any kind of celebrity drama, but I wanted to go ahead and address my own personal thoughts on this because I watched some of this video already and I have my own thoughts on this, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play it and I'm just going to re-listen and then I'm going to give my own thoughts on this. And again, if you have your own thoughts, that's fine. Place them down below, but at the same time, I am entitled to my opinion just like everybody else, but at the same time, if you look at everything from a third perspective of what's been going on with Will Smith, and you'll kind of see what's going on, but I'll leave it at that right now. Let's see what kind of apology he says. And before I do say this, he should have came out and said a long time ago that he should have sincerely apologized before this amount of months later. I'm just saying.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? Um, I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, um, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. Um, so I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship. Tony Rock was my man, and this is probably irreparable. Um, I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and complexities of what happened in that moment. Um, and I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. Um,
I think that's bullshit. For the whole "she'd tell you to do something," that's bullshit. I'm gonna call on that one because she's a narcissistic, two-faced bitch. I'm just gonna say that.
like, I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it.
I doubt that.
I'm sorry, babe. And say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all my fellow nominees, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me. It really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. Um, I can still see Questlove's eyes. It happened on Questlove's award, and you know, it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down? Um, so there's two things. One, um, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. Um, so I would say to those people, I know it was confusing, I know it was shocking, um, but I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And you know, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
All right, guys. Now you heard it. Again, I'm just going to replay the video and give my thoughts. I want to believe this out of my own personal opinion, and again, this is my personal opinion. Obviously, you know Jada's probably behind the camera, and I'm just going to say this: was he wrong to slap Chris? Yes, I do believe that. It was a joke. She could not take a joke, and he got pissed. She looked at him like, "What? You're not going to say something?" And then she comes back around after he does it, and like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that." Blah 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 blah. And it's coming at like, "Oh, you should have done something." But at the same time, let's get back to something here. Your wife, who later on says, "Oh, well, we should have an open relationship," is banging your son's best friend in your house. And you're going to let that slide and not beat old boy, but you're going to slap someone you got history with in the industry. But no, you ain't going to slap the kid that's boinking your wife. I'm sorry, that wouldn't fly with me. I'm sorry, it wouldn't fly. I am a I was a huge Will Smith fan. I had a lot of respect for him as an actor, as a person, as a creator of different music and TV and movies, from Fresh Prince to Wild Wild West to uh, Independence Day to I Am Legend to um, like I said, Man in Black, and all these and Bad Boys. All these different movies that I grew up watching him in, and you know, he is letting this woman walk all over him. And it's like, okay, is it going to be like an Amber Heard situation? Is it going to be a Johnny and Amber Heard situation at some point? Or is he going to do something where it's only going to affect him and the world? And I'm not trying to, say anything bad, but it's one of those where you can see, again, real emotion with fake emotion. I feel like when he's reading off of a script, that's what I feel like that he's doing. Again, we saw him when he had that conversation with Jada. Now, again, his kids, his son's like, "Oh, that's how we do." Jay needs to sit down and shut up because, one, he has no right to say anything, because you should be on your dad's side when your boy was fucking your mom. And then his daughter really can't say nothing because she's pretty much following mommy wherever she goes. So again, the kids ain't gonna be like their dad. They're not gonna get as close to fame as their father. Jada's never gonna get to the same fame as Will, ever. Ever. That's not an opinion, that's fact. Because she's only been in what? The Matrix, she was a side character. She was in Night Professor, she was a side character one time, and then a few shows. That's it. That's it. why he stays around and why he deals with this, God only knows. She has something on him that has got to be it for why he's taking this abuse, this mental abuse, possible physical abuse. There's been several videos of him coming out where he said that he does not want to be on camera, where she's making comments on Instagram and, you know, social media, acting like, you know, she's better than everybody else. She comes across very narcissistic, very controlling, and I'm sorry, but anyone that is that type of person, I wouldn't want around me personally. Even if I've been in a relationship with people like that, I have been friends with people like that. I have known people like that, whether you've been a boss or a coworker or a family member, and that's a very toxic environment to be around. And again, more than likely that's what he's in, and a lot of people have seen that. And a lot of people are saying you need to get the, you know, you just need to come out and say all this. And it took him this long to finally say something about Chris Rock. And again, you know, Chris Rock, you know, a lot of people are shocked he didn't bitch slap Will. Honestly, I'm shocked too. I mean, because again, you do that, you're going to do one of three things. You're either going to fight or you're just going to go like, what the hell? I mean, because from his own face, you could see that he was shocked when Will slapped him. But at the same time, it was like, okay, what do I do? Do I come out and make an ass out of myself? Or do I just say screw it and I deal with it and I be a man and I just keep going? And again, Will could have came back behind stage and apologized, but he didn't. He could have said something immediately after that time, and he didn't. He didn't say something during his acceptance speech. He didn't, which he didn't deserve it after that. And it's one of those things where you're deserving something after so long, and you're still treating, you know, you gave a lot of disrespect to your coworkers. You gave a lot of disrespect to the industry. You gave disrespect to your fandom. You gave disrespect to a so-called friend and fellow comedian and a fellow actor. And again, it makes me wonder what exactly has gone through his head and is making him pretty much be like a stepping stone, you know, of Jada. Like, what exactly? And again, I bring her up a lot of times because, again, I don't like her. And at the same time, with this, anyone that has a brain, you can see what she does and how she acts. And she didn't apologize for nothing. She hasn't apologized for nothing she's done. You know, he's apologized, yeah, but is it a sincere apology? Who knows? Will Chris accept it? Who knows? But at the same time, you know, you know, there's people, oh, I still work with them. There's people that will be like, oh, I don't want to work with them. Again, people are going to do what they're going to do. Again, the reason why I made this video is because I figure I'd go ahead and flip my hat in the ring, so to speak. But at the same time, I figure I go ahead and give my opinion. If you guys like my opinion, okay, great. If you don't, I really don't care. It's not going to change what I think. I'm not here to change what you think. I am giving my opinion. If you want to listen, okay, great. If not, there's the door. You can click off the video. You can escape my life for however many minutes. I don't care. And again, I don't get involved in this celebrity drama BS. I don't. But after seeing this video, I wanted to go ahead and give my thoughts on what he had to say, and I have. And guys, let me know what you think. Do you think this is sincere? Do you think this is not? What is your thoughts? I'd like to know down in the comments. Let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next one.